watch and burn.
Hey everyone, or good morning everyone, and on this absolutely, well, I shouldn't say gorgeous, it's mostly nice, but I'm wearing a fucking turtleneck and this sort of pullover thing, so it's not that nice. But on this mostly decent Monday morning, I am looking to discuss F-Minus's first record from fucking way back. I think this came out in like, I don't know when the hell this came out. I'd say 97, 98. And this is, of course, on Hellcat. And I found out about F- through the zine, Jesus Christ, Short, Fast, and Loud. I was getting issues of that from Slapaham at that point. This was a really unique time because this was sort of the last days before internet shopping became the predominant way that we found hard to find records. Because at this point I was ordering everything from places like Slapaham and Sound Pollution. You had to get like a money order. And so I'd always order the newest issue of Short, Fast, and Loud, and they did all these like crazy hardcore record reviews and shit in there, of course, because it's like a thrashcore sort of power violence focused grind magazine. Don't shit on me. Anyways, and yeah, like I said, I found out about them in there, and they're on Hellcat. And so I was like, oh shit, I fucking love Hellcat records. And so I figured F-, and it was Short, Fast, and Loud. They said it's like surprisingly crazy for Hellcat because that's not really what Hellcat's known for. They said there's like, 20 songs in 16, 17 minutes. And that to me at that point in my life sounded like an absolute recipe for musical success. Because I was so young. I was like 19 or so when I picked this up. And at that point I was so impressed by how certain types of music that I was listening to on a record for any of these bands, the amount of songs would be greater than the total time of the entire LP. So, like, I remember Lack of Interests, Trapped Inside, had like, it was like 28 songs or something in like 13 or 14 minutes. Hell Nation's Cheerleaders for Imperialism has like 25 or 26 songs in like 15 minutes. And like I said, at this point I was like, okay, so that ratio would sort of equal like power violence craziness, and it did, and it would usually pay off, except it didn't in this case. And I was cursed right from the jump because I got this from the HMV in Toronto, the big flagship store, and I remember when you could listen to it, they had this little listening station where there'd be a couple employees working behind there, and they'd take the cellophane off, and then they'd boot you up, and then you'd grab the headphones, I was going to say the headphones, and you'd listen to the record through this sort of little welfare player they had built into the desk, or into the unit or whatever. And it skipped, and there was a couple chips on it. And I remember they wanted like, the typical ridiculous HMV price. It was like $30 or something. And I remember they gave it to me for like 18. So I figured, what the hell, right? The one song, I can't remember what it was. It never played, but that was it. It was just the one song. And I did save a lot of money because HMV were always looking to rip you off. So saving that much cash was like this big thing, and I thought like I was pulling one over on them, but I wasn't. I mean, they were selling me a defective product still for way more than they paid for it because I was young and dumb. I don't really like this record. It's too raw sounding. It's too sort of like the bass is like wide open, and it just feels too wobbly, and I don't like this sound. It's just too raw. I don't love this record. I never have. My favorite songs off here were Slave Labor, Party's Over, Better to Die, Tomorrow Burns, and of course my absolute favorite song on this record is You Owe Me. And it's great because the only lyric is Where's My Gun? And it's like, I love that. And again, like 19-year-old me was so impressed by that, or 20-year-old me. Where's My Gun? And so this record's fun, and I like how open it is, and I like how loose it's played, but I never loved it right from the jump. And I definitely wouldn't like it once they'd released Suburban Blight. That record was like a noticeable step up. But look, I am going to go, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes while I discussed F-Minus's first record from fucking way back, 98 or 99 or some shit. Like always, if you like this review or whatever this was, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, do not forget that the world is a better place because you are in it. And I'm going to go. Have a good morning. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.